let's go to Joe the Plumber. I know. But he's back in the news. This one is funny, and it goes to show, part of the reason we're going to show it to you is not because of Joe the Plumber and how clueless he is, but also the rest of the media. Because we got a video here, and obviously you'll be able to hear it on the radio as well. He is going to talk about the Employee Free Choice Act. In fact, he's been hired by, quote, Americans for Prosperity to serve as the group's labor-busting shill, basically, right? And he's about to make this speech, and then we have a blogger there, and he's actually asking him real questions. And it's obvious Joe has no idea what he's talking about. So let's watch this first.
What's the difference between the current National Labor Relations Act and the Employee Free Choice Act?
Brother, you know what? I know a lot about I know a little about a lot of things. I don't know a lot about everything. What do you know about?
Do you know that there's card check in the current law?
Well, what do you want to know about plumbing, brother?
Everyone have to take the test. Who brought the test?
How about a house trap? How do you? Do you know that there's card check in the current law?
What's that?
The current National Labor Relations Act allows for card check.
Please.
I'm with Keystone Progress.
Keystone Progress,
Right.
Which is what?
It's an online blog.
Oh, okay.
Do you know that there's card check in the current law?
No, we're just talking, guys.
No, just so you still haven't answered. Do you know that the card check is in the current National Labor Relations
I don't know
Act?
everything about everything.
So you don't know that. So
But you're all coming out here
who do you think should be able to choose how the
No,
election
I'm
takes
not
place?
I'm not talking about
The
authority.
employer or the workers?
The only reason why I'm coming out, listen, I'm not
Free lunch?
I'm not eating too much these days. No, I'm not. Listen, bottom line, I'm not about Republicans or Democrats. I'm tired of party politics. You know, I want to leave that at the door and just worry about America. I mean, these Democrats and Republicans, they're just getting rich off
I'm
our
worried
backs.
about America, too.
Oh, I know
And
you
the
guys
freedom
are.
of choosing a union is very important to us.
Well, unions
It's
are
your
important.
constitutional right.
Absolutely.
You know, and we've been restricted. We have 29,000 cases in 2007 alone of intimidation and coercion by employers. You know? Yeah, not a problem.
And you 42 times in 70 years, Joe, has the union been found by like.
Oh, yeah, Tim, I'm sorry. Hey, guys, I'm going to talk for a little while, but no, it's all about America. I have no, like I said, I'm not about Republicans or Democrats. I'm tired of the politicians. You know, and that's why I like you guys here. I like those guys there. And once we get involved, we can make the difference. It's going to be us. It's going to be her. That's what it's going to be. And that's what I'm a proponent for.
So if you haven't read the law and you don't know what's in there, what the differences are between the current law and the new law, how can you speak as an expert?
Drop it, brother.
How can you speak as an
I
expert?
didn't say I was an expert, man.
So how can you come here and tell people how they should vote? You haven't even read the bill.
I love the quote. Look, I don't know everything about everything, brother. How many times did he say brother there? Was he Hulk Hogan? Let me tell you something, brother. I don't know anything about this law, but I'm worried about America. It's all about America. And I'm not right or left. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. But then if you don't know anything about this law, why did you come to speak about this law? And what I found interesting, so this Keystone Progress, they're asking him the most legitimate questions in the world. You're arguing against card check, but are you aware that there is card check provision in the current law? He's like, oh, sure, I don't know nothing about nothing, brother. Okay, but wait a minute now. And he says, but you're the expert who's going to speak on this now. He's like, I'm not an expert. I'm Joe the Plumber, and I don't really know what I'm doing, but they paid me to come here. You know, that's the essence of it. But the thing that annoyed me is the rest of the press. Like, they look, you know, he looks at the rest of the press like, I get a load of this guy asking me real questions. And the press laughs along, and they're like, oh, yeah, Joe, yeah, how you doing, man? Yeah, hi, Joe. Did anybody else want to ask him a real question? I mean, all the press was surrounding him, right? And then he had a good question about the unions and intimidation by the management. He didn't know the answer to that either, right? And none of the quote-unquote real press seemed to ask him a single question. I don't know, maybe they just sent cameramen. And then I love how Joe the frickin' Plumber is dismissive of the blogger. He's like, oh, you're at a blog. Yeah, I know, Joe, you're much better. That guy knows about only 1,000,000 times more than you know about the Employee Free Choice Act. But this is, look, part of the reason we ran that today is because it goes to the absurdity of the celebrity culture in America. You don't have to know anything about anything. You just have to have a name. The dude is Joe the Plumber. It's not even his real name. His real name is Sam, of course, as everybody knows. And he's not even really a plumber. He's not really anything. But he goes out there and talks about the Employee Free Choice Act as if he knows a damn thing, and he doesn't. Not a single thing in the law. That's unfortunately so much of what this country has turned into, where it's all smokes and mirrors and all celebrity culture and nothing underneath. And the guy who actually knows stuff, the blogger, is the one that everybody kind of laughs at, like, oh, look at him, he knows facts. And the one that doesn't know anything is the one, okay, he's speaking now, everybody be quiet. What's he going to say? Oh, really, Joe? What else about the Employee Free Choice Act?